If you're a social media manager and you don't really have a brand on Instagram, LinkedIn, or nobody literally knows what you do, then you're not going to be visible. The audience that you're trying to attract, they're not really going to find you. Hello guys, welcome back to the third episode of Social Media Managers Corner. So today we're basically just going to be looking at how you can build a personal brand as a social media manager. So if you have been wondering, you're confused, you don't know where to start, this video is for you. Let's get right into it. First things first, we're just going to be looking at what's a personal brand. So what does it mean to say you have a personal brand on Instagram or on LinkedIn? Having a personal brand doesn't have a lot to do with your logo, your brand color and stuff like that. That's like the minimal things that you even think of associating it with a personal brand. So now your personal brand is literally how people see your brand online, what people think about you, the value that you offer, and how consistently you show up. That is literally what your personal brand is in very simple terms. And I'll give an example. I have a personal brand on Instagram, on YouTube as well here, and other platforms. So that is literally where I showcase my work. That is how I tell people that yes, I'm an authority in the digital marketing field because I put together valuable content, I showcase my work, I have case studies. So that's literally what a personal brand looks like or would look like if you are meaning to build one for yourself as a social media manager. Now I'm going to move forward to why it matters to actually have a personal brand as a social media manager. And the truth is, it's okay if you don't have a personal brand, that's fine. It's okay if you just want to work for clients on a low key or work for an organization, that's okay. And this brings me to my first point, visibility. If you're a social media manager and you don't really have a brand on Instagram, LinkedIn, or nobody literally knows what you do, then you're not going to be visible. The audience that you're trying to attract, they're not really going to find you because people don't know that you are online. People don't even know what you do. So if you want to start building a personal brand, that's great because it will help you to be visible. Second point, I already mentioned this earlier, but I'm going to overemphasize again. It's going to help you to attract opportunities. I have been able to attract a lot of opportunities just as a virtue of having a personal brand on Instagram, YouTube, and all of that. People are able to trust you. They are able to know that, oh, this person is actually very credible. I can bank on this person because I see their videos online. But if you just tell somebody on a low key that I'm a social media manager, they would believe you, but they wouldn't really trust you because they have not seen your work. They have not seen what you do. They cannot even bank on you having that skill that you say you have. So you can see that while I'm pointing all these points, you can see why it's important to actually build a personal brand. It will also help you to build credibility. People can bank on you and say, this person, I know her. She's supposed to on LinkedIn a lot. I have seen her content before. I've seen the brands that she has worked with. They're able to trust you, right? They don't just have blind trust and say, okay, let me just try her. They know the skills that you offer. They're able to actually bank on you. So that's why it's actually important or why it matters to have a personal brand. These are just few things that would actually help you. And it will also help you to build a community as well. These are just bonus points now. It's help you build a community. It will help you to socialize with other people in your field. So in fact, it will help you to go places that you did not even imagine that you could go. So it's very important to actually build a personal brand as a social media manager. And just because we are very practical on this channel and I love to drop practical points, I'm going to be showing you step-by-step process on how you can actually start your personal brand. First things first, you want to define your focus. So what are the 3 areas of, let's say, digital marketing that you want people to know you for? And first off, I like to tell people that if you're a beginner, you want to start with one area first. When I first started my journey, I think I started with social media management first. And I actually started learning social media management first. I started to let people know that, oh, I'm actually learning social media management. So this is what I'm going to be focusing on for now. But if you have, maybe you have few years of experience, you have already started social media management a long time ago, but you just want to start building your personal brand, then you want to pick 3 areas of focus. I like to limit it to 2 or 3, 1, it depends on you, but whatever you do, make sure you have a focus. So do you want people to know you for email marketing? You're a very good email marketer. You like to drop tips on email marketing. You like to show your case studies. You want people to know you for a content writer, a content creator, a content strategist, whatever it is, make sure that you define your focus. So as I'm speaking now, I actually want you to write down what is your focus. What do you want people to know you for? Because digital marketing is a tree. There are lots of branches. So you cannot just say, oh, you're a digital marketer. If you are saying you're a digital marketer, that means you must have at least 5 digital marketing skills, like social media management and marketing, email marketing, graphic designing. You understand what I mean? So whatever it is that you do, define your focus first. That's the first step. in building a personal brand. Second step, I want you to start optimizing your profile and pick 2 or 3 social media platforms that you want to stay consistent with. But of course, as a beginner, I like to advise that you pick just one first so that you find your footing in that one before going to spread across 2 or 3 other social media platforms. So for example, if you're just starting out, if you think your target audience is on TikTok, you can pick TikTok, you can pick Instagram. Once you pick this, make sure that you start auditing or optimizing your profile. What do I mean by this? Make sure you pick a really good brand name. It doesn't have to be too long or too short. Just pick something that you know that in the next 10 years, when somebody still calls you that name, you will not be embarrassed. Okay, so pick a brand name. You want to also audit your bio. You don't have to have too many things on your bio like social media strategies, content creator, sales analyst. Don't post all of the skills. Don't confuse people, right? You can simply say, I help brands grow online, or I help aspiring social media managers start their career. If that is your niche, that's okay. Put that on your bio by all means. Make sure you optimize your bio. Let people know that, okay, when they come into your page, they can tell within the first 3 seconds that, okay, this is what this person does. I understand what they actually do. So make sure you optimize your profile. So third step, you actually want to make sure that you share what you know. And there's emphasis on share what you know. Don't share what you don't know. So when somebody is asking you questions, you're like, I don't really know. Share what you know. Even if you have just 3 months experience, share what you have learned. For example, if you're a beginner, you can say, okay, you can share content like, this is what I've learned in my first 3 weeks of being a social media manager. You can take them through your process. That way, it's actually very believable that you are actually just starting and you are taking people through your process. You also want to make sure that you share tips that you have learned before. You share mistakes that you have made and how you have fixed them before and after of your content results, your case studies, so that people can find you credible. You can also share behind the scenes of your work, right? So it's very, very important. You need to share what you know. The fourth step, I really like this one. Be your own client. So for example, you are just starting and you don't have a client. I want you to be your own client. Use your brand to actually start building yourself and building your skills. So for example, normally if you're going to work with a client, you need a weekly content plan or a monthly content plan. Start by projecting that on your brand first. Create a weekly content calendar, create a monthly content calendar. That way, what you are doing is you are sharpening your skills and you actually have real case studies. So that when you get a client today, they are now asking you, what have you done? You're able to show and say, okay, I've been able to grow my page from so and so. I've been able to build a community. I've been able to do this and do that. Make sure you monitor your posts. You do all of the things that you are meant to do on a client's page on your own page first, to test if it actually works and where you can make changes. Step 5, this is a very important point. Stay consistent. See, I feel like this is the most important steps because there've been a lot of people that have attempted to build a personal brand, but because they feel like my brand should grow in a day, it should grow in a week, it should grow in a month. When they get to the end of the week and get to the end of the month and get to the end of the year and see that brand has not even grown, then they are disappointed and then they say, I'm not doing this anymore. You must be consistent because consistency is the only way that you are able to see your results over time and see how you have grown. By the grace of God, I've been able to build my brand for like maybe 3 years now, 3 years now, and I've been seeing consistency and growth. So you must be able to put in the work and put in consistency. You don't have to post every single day. You need to just find a structure that works for you, even if it's just 3 days or even 2 days, and you actually stick to that structure. Trust me, you will get to the end of the year and you will actually see how far you have grown. So make sure you stay consistent. Don't let, because you don't have enough likes or you don't have enough comments, stop you from putting your content online or showing up online. It's very, very important. So make sure you stay consistent and you build a consistent structure for yourself. And yes, the last thing I will say is make sure that you check in with your mind. Have a mindset check. Some people get discouraged because they're like, oh, I'm just starting. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. Be confident in yourself and be confident in God and your abilities that He has given to you. So don't say, okay, I'm just where I am. I don't know how to do this. Get up and make plans on how you are going to learn things. Get up and write goals on how you are going to start and how you are going to learn that graphic design skill or how you are going to learn that writing skill. Make sure that by all means you are doing the necessary things that you have to do as social media manager and the necessary things that will help you to actually build and grow. And also, don't stop learning. Don't stop learning. Don't say because I've taken 2 courses, okay, I'm good to go. I'm not a social media manager. I agree. You're not a social media manager. You have gotten the certificate, but don't stop learning. When you stop learning, you start dying, okay? So make sure you continue learning and continue building and continue growing. So, okay, guys, we've come to the end of this video. I hope that you have enjoyed this series so far. I hope that you have been able to pick 1 or 2 things in what social media management is about, skills that you need to know, how you can start a personal brand. And I'm just going to say this: if you watch to the end of the video, that means you're a real MVP. And because of that, I'm going to be gifting 5 people a free coupon to my personal branding course for social media managers. So if you hear this, just quickly go on the comment section and say, I'm the first person, I'm the second person, I'm the third person, and then I will do well to actually gift you that Udemy course. It's a very highly impactful course, highly practical, highly simplified. You will learn a lot of things in actually building your personal brand. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the following episodes of Social Media Managers Corner. Bye.